The day-to-day activities at the three campuses of Alia University has been turned into standstill for more than 45 days by the hosting students. The students alleged the VC of the university with corruption, nepotism in time of recruitment of various teaching and non-teaching staff, and with other allegations that resulted this stalemate. Now we have Dr. Abu Talib Khan, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Alia University, who will be answering for this stalemate as well as other factors behind this chaotic situation in the university campuses. So, for more than 45 days now, student strike has been continuing. This has surpassed the October 2016 agitation that lasted for 42 days. Their main demand is your resignation. What do you have to say?
The student association is completely conspiracy behind licensing. The first reason is in the 31st January, the registrar Dr. Amar Hussain is supposed to be retired. So he has done in pre-planned manner through student union so that I can give resignation in the month of October. So he will be the in charge of Vice Chancellor. The main motto is that I have not proposed his name in Pro Vice Chancellor positions in the Alia University Council meeting, which he has expected from me, and I have not done it. So as soon as he knows that I have not done his name for Pro Vice Chancellor on 3rd October, so agitation started from 8th October onwards. The second step agitation, which is going on very recently, started from 7th July to till date. The reason is the Vice Chancellor tenure is going to be expired on 30th September, so that he should not get second tenure despite his big development of Alia University, so that some person will come in this chair so they can get benefit some other way by the student union. So these two reasons is the sole reason. The reason one is before retirement of Dr. Anwar Hussain Father, and another is before extension of Professor Abu Talib Khan for second tenure of his vice chancellor policy. This is the sole reason.
Among many allegations, the list includes carving of intakes in some departments like theology and tech, besides preparing merit list which carve off marks in journalism and mass communication. What is your take on this?
Regarding admissions in MA Theology, the date was declared by UT Chairman on 7th July 2017. When the merit list was prepared and declared by the UT Chairman, where I have no role for preparing the merit list, they have seen many students of Alia University who has done graduation in theology, they have not secured UT entrance test. As a result, many students of Alia University, graduates who have studied in main campus, they are not getting admission. So their demand is that 989 students participate in counseling, and we have to give all the student admissions out of 446. In master degree, MA in theology, Alia University has 146, and remaining three senior madrasa, Beldanga, Batna and Purpura, have 100 seats each one. But so that you can accommodate total 440. So 983 has participated in the counseling out of 989. So their demand I have to give all the admission of 800, 983, which is practically impossible. The reason is that in Alia University campus, though it is a university, we have so far 3 regular teachers and 28 as homology. They are teaching the academic program in theology. So we don't have adequate teachers. So how can you increase the number of seats for particularly one department? In Alia University, most of the department postgraduate level seat is either maximum is 100. So you can't do for particular one department more than 440 because near future it will go maybe 5,000. So they particularly require another university solely for theology department. So government should think that direction because this subject is nowhere in West Bengal, no colleges, no university offer this program. So where these children will go? There is a two-side lacuna. One side you don't get teacher, and another side is only sole place in Alia University. So that is one of the reasons. Regarding MTech, I am sorry to tell that Alia University does not have adequate teachers in engineering program. We are running 5 engineering departments with mere 40 assistant professor and 2 associate professor. So this number is quite inadequate. Whereas Jadavpur, they have MTech BTech program, but they have teaching strength 55 in each department. Whereas Alia has sanctioned strength is only 12. So until or unless you increase the faculty strength, you can't give the MTech program very better manner. But the MTech program they have started 2013 because of the gharao of the students, because most of the BTech Alia pass out was not employed due to non-AICT. So they wanted to do MTech again. So they have done MTech that time without scholarship. So as soon as I have taken the charge, I have incorporated for MTech student fellowship as teaching assistantship. So they can get monetarily benefit. But however, I have noted none of the MTech students participated in the teaching program, and most of the department has given writing that they are not participating in the teaching program. So what we have expected it is completely failure. Therefore, I was not so much inclined to do that. But the number of MTech seats, when they have applied 2016-17 for MTech affiliation, that time the number 18 proposed by the department. Because I have not gone for online application for AICT, we have to upload how many seats they require and other thing. So they have done themselves by HOD meeting how many MTech seats can be proposed. So based on the present teaching strength, they have proposed 18 numbers. So 2016-17 they got the approval, but unfortunately 2017-18 when they applied for BTech program, they should have applied again MTech program. So department has not done it, which I was not aware about it. So 2017-18 they do not have MTech, which I have realized yesterday. I was not aware about it. It is very unfortunate. Department should take initiative to apply it. Once we have got earlier 2016-17, hopefully we will get 17, 18-19 when the advertisement will come. Department has to apply and they can propose the number of seats more or whatever they can teach based on their teaching strength. It is completely prerogative of the department. It is nothing to business with vice chancellor. Third thing, JMC cut-off, which is unfortunate, I will give very logistically, the department head has given declared cut-off to the AUT chairman, what should be the cut-off. I think chairman should not have consulted her that what should be the cut-off. They have not contacted BC that what should be cut-off. So they have found that out of 100 marks, they have kept 10 marks cut-off so which is 10%. I think when a student does master degree and after graduation in any subject and he wants to do a journalism, he should have secured at least 30 marks in his entrance test. Otherwise, what will be the output? Because I would give example, St. Xavier's is taking journalism 5 lakh rupees, whereas Alia takes less money but student is not coming. It means the department has to rethink their academic program. Until or unless you offer a best academic program, student will not come. In present situation, Alia, those are applicants, they are pass out from either geography, theology, history, so on and so forth, to loiter in the campus. They are just taking admission to become a class representative, and so that the student can stay longer duration in the campus after completing one program to another. Now it has happened, the Alia University has 40 seats in journalism mass communication. Then if you have a 30 applicant in the department, then we should not have conducted the exam, because now if you reduce the cut-off mark to 0 or minus to accommodate all of them, therefore we should have saved the money for paper setting, conducting exams, scanning of the ORS. So it is a totally completely fruitless. It does not should not have done it. So I have suggested the department like statistics, economics, and those subjects, the number of applicants is less as compared to the seat available. In such case, no need to take a entrance examination, whoever is applying, because we are going 0 cut-off mark. Therefore, no need to do the entrance test and waste your energy and time. That is the reason. I came to know some student who has passed out geography. His name is Shakil Ahmed. Perhaps he is the applicant and he secured less than 10 marks. To accommodate him, the student union pressurizing him because he was earlier the student union leader in geography. So that could be the one reason behind it, to reduce the cutoff to accommodate someone who is not fit for the program but is fit for the next generation class representative in to stay in the university.
Charges of financial mismanagement and favor to some candidates have surfaced time and again against you. Do you think there is any substance in it or its agenda driven against you?
Can you repeat the question once more?
Yes, sir. Charges of financial mismanagement and favor to some candidates have surfaced time and again against you. Do you think there is any substance in it or its agenda driven against you?
I think I have not done any favorism, anyone, any place, nowhere. They cannot prove it.
So, on 11th August 2017, protesting students were beaten by the police and 9 among them were put behind the bar with non-bailable cases. Students blame this arrest as a conspiracy as a complaint letter signed by you had surfaced.
See, it is very unfortunate incident which I have not liked it and I regret it, and I have not the person to reason behind it. The police station was informed by the registrar about the EC meeting, and regarding EC, constitution of EC, the registrar told to the student it is wrongly constituted by government of West Bengal. So he gave a letter to the principal secretary that the EC constitution is wrong. Principal secretary told him you should not tell anything. You just told vice chancellor has suggested to call the meeting. You do it. despite that message received from principal secretary, registrar wrote me another letter, which is quite unfortunate. The court case may come for EC formation. So when the student knows on 11th EC meeting date is scheduled at Alia University Newtown campus, the student made a banner on 11th that day that EC constitution by Suresh Kumar, we are not abiding it. So this was the sole reason. Okay? But what happened that day? The meeting was there. Police came. I also came around 2:45 because meeting was scheduled 4 p.m. We have waited there in the main gate of the Alia University more than 40 minutes. Inside the people, the registrar was inside. Another three EC members, Professor Mehdi Kalam, Julfikar, and Dr. Manwar Hussain, they are inside. And four members, one professor from Diamond Harbour Women University, and another from Bardwan University, two vice chancellor, myself, and Waqaf board chairman are waiting outside. And another is Shakil Ahmed. He was also waiting, and Madrasa board secretary, another person. So total 3 and 4, 7 people we are outside waiting. So student they did not allow to enter the premises. Then I have contacted the principal secretary. So principal secretary he told me that we can do the meeting in the Hajj House conference room. So immediately we have shifted the venue and we have informed. But registrar and other 3 members who are inside, they have not allowed more than 40 minutes again. So meeting start late. So after meeting was over, we are going to come out. At that time, they are sitting in front of the main gate of the Hajj House after crossing the boundary wall by jumping manner. Then principal secretary got a message from his colleague that someone is ill. He has admitted in R.N. Thakur Hospital. He has to rush there because the patient has to take immediately a operation theatre for surgery. So this student did not allow him. So the thing started tussle between the police to remove him for his exit. At that time, the lathi charge start. They have done it by the police, and they have picked up 9 students by the police, which I don't know who has taken them. And by the time, police told me, "Sir, all of you go out. Situation is bad." I came out my home. Then police Newtown started calling me. Then I told registrar that you give a complaint. Registrar was hesitant to give a complaint to gain popularity from the student side. So then I have given a complaint about 7 o'clock night. Though the police fellow noted it is a 5:30, 45 minutes. It is a completely wrong. If you see my letter, what I said, the incident, how it took place, and the principal secretary was assaulted. Based on that, I have given 9 people name. But out of 9, only 3 people they have picked up out of 9. So remaining 6, they have not arrested or anything. So they have not done my based on my letter. So it was done by the police, but I have not instructed police to beat them or you picked up these fellows. I have only said these are the students involved in agitation, so they know all of them. But the 3rd August, these students, when they took me canteen, where ETV portal you have seen, so those student name only I have given, but they have not arrested. It means the police, they have given police case. You will see
the letter which I have given 9 members name, none of the except 3 student name, no other student name is in the FIR. What it shows that they have not acted upon my letter. But I did not like it. The police did mischievous thing with me. They should have pointed out the actual receiving time of the letter. They have received my letter 7:25, but they have written 5:45, which is unfortunate. Police is lying the story.